Today on Uncommonly Good MTG, we're playing a deck called Ox Discovery, but really it's Boros Control. Why is it Boros Control? Boros means white and red control, because we got a lot of ability to control other people's creatures on the desktop or the battlefield. Do you like that guy? Nope. Gone. Do you like that guy? Nope. Gone. What about that guy? Gone. If that sounds interesting to you, then stay tuned to find out more. Hello and welcome to Uncommonly Good MTG. I'm your host, a person whose last name is Old Germanic for Man About Town, Dr. Yukon Socket. Yes, thank you. Film before a live studio audience. Thank you so much, Yukon Socket. Word to your mama. So I'm broadcasting to you today from my secret underground headquarters, and I'm bringing to you a deck I found on the Aether Hub, posted by Poor Planeswalker, called Boros Ox Discovery. And the thing is, it's capital OX, which means there's probably like an abbreviation for something, or I don't know what OX stands for. But the problem is, as far as I can tell, it's just because you can put out Ox tokens. So yeah, there we go. But it's definitely not Ox Tribal. So, and there's barely any discovery. Other than that, I think this deck is really Boros Control. Boros Control. What's funny is Poor Planeswalker calls it mid-range. I thought this thing was control-y as all hell. All right, so let's get into it, and then we'll see what you think about it. All right, first what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the cards in this deck. We'll talk a little bit of how it works, and then we're going to go out and crush some hopes and dreams. What do we got? We got 2 points of damage to any target. You can kick it up to 4. Destroy a creature, enchantment, or planeswalker. Bounce something out and make them pay 2 extra to put it out. Potentially, you could use this to save your own stuff if you need to, but that would be a rough way of saving your own stuff. But anyways, it's control. Lightning Helix does 3 points of damage to any target. You gain 3 life. The nice thing about these, you go after the opponent with this. 4, 3, that's 7 points of damage. Of course, you'd have to pay, 5 to get the 4 points out of that one. This guy is tax. He's the tax man. You pick something. You can just pick it. You look at their hand, which is great. And then you can pick, there's a spells your opponent's cast. You just pick any card of any name. You can pick whatever you want. And then they have to spend 2 others. So the good thing is if they're playing a nice combo deck, you know what to do. You just go after it. Like I went after a dude who put out, he was playing a graveyard reanimation deck. I just went after Zombify. I just said, no, man, Zombify is going to cost you 6, not 4. And you know what happened? He couldn't play anything. It was fantastic because he had a handful of big dudes and Zombifies, and he couldn't play anything. He couldn't get anything back for his graveyard. It was glorious. This thing is hasty 3/3, and plus if it gets killed, then it does as much damage to its toughness to, or not its toughness, its power to another target, which you can pick whatever you want. And they can't gain life anymore, so suck it, life gain. Urabrask Forge gets bigger every turn, has trample. Geological Appraiser comes with gifts. You can pick anything to the left here. I mean, you kind of get it randomly. It's like rolling the dice. A little bit of Las Vegas gambling there, but still, you get something. You get some sort of a prize. This guy, when he enters or attacks, you basically turn your top card into an Ox, and then Oxes have double strike. So, cool. I mean, there you go. Doesn't seem like there's much synergy here, but why not? And Quintorius allows you to put out 3/2 white token, or you could discover 4, which is everything to the left of here, right? I guess not Bruse Tarl, but yeah, Geological Appraiser. What would be cool would be to discover this to get a Geological Appraiser to then get like an Urabrask Forge or something. That'd be kick-ass. Number 6 allows you to exile a whole bunch of stuff. I don't even ever want to use his Super Saiyan ability, so whatever. This guy is a man land. Once you pay for him, he's yours forever. You don't have to keep repaying for him. And this is a man land, which you do have to repay for over and over, but he will put a Popo counter on a target creature you control. Bunch of dual lands and regular lands. That's our deck. So what are we going to do? We're going to control the early game like crazy when they try to put guys out. Try to use Anointed Peacekeeper to pin something down. If they're trying to put out like Heir Apparent, you make it cost whatever it is, 5 rather than 3, or however much. It's 2 more, basically 2 more than whatever it is. It is amazing. And if you get 2 of them, you could say, no, man, you got to test 2 more than that, causing them to pay 4 additional to put that card out. Yeah, in your face, Stuffy Jones. Use the tax man accordingly. Get out your hasty dudes and just start grinding them down. Grinding and grinding and grinding like nobody's business. All right, that's it. So before we go out and do our damage, let's do what we usually do every night. Let's say our prayers and talk about what is best in life. Hands together. Dear Black Queen, Sholdred, who dwells within the dark chambers of my heart, please hear my prayers and grant your blessings as we attempt to crush our enemies, see them driven before us, and to hear lamentations of the women. All right, playing against Quart. All right, no red, so we're not keeping this. It's like red, mulligan. Keep. Okay, we got an Urabrask Forge. Let's get rid of this one. I love Lightning Helix, I do, but everything else has better utility, I think. Well, I can't kill that till my next turn, but I will. Like right off the bat, I'm just going to shoot that thing. Try to trick him? Let's try to trick him. Pass to attackers. All right, this is where... Oh, good. He didn't have anything going on. That was fantastic. I thought we were about to get screwed there. I'll put out another creature. That'll be fun. Nope, nothing like that, huh? What I would dislike is... Red's got anti-artifact. I would dislike if they had it right now. That would be bad. That would be bad, okay? There he is. He's just out there stinking it up. The smell lines are just radiating off of it. Yeah, forgelings are like me-sinks. The question is, should I activate my man land or not? You know, that's the big deal. Because if I do, he'll just shoot it. And I should just be patient. It just depends on how much mana I need. I don't think anything here costs more than 5. Just let Urabrask Forge do what it does best. Is he looking for a creature? Did he like to have just one guy? Damage is done. Damage is done. There's nothing you can do to protect it. Oh, well, that's a thing. He shot his own guy. Okay, cool. Geological Appraiser. That guy's always awesome. Because he brings gifts. Another Urabrask Forge would be fantastic. Everybody loves to kill Geological Appraiser. They're like very scared of him. Even though once he hits the battlefield, that's all he'll ever be. It's his gifts you got to worry about. You know what, Mono Red? I think you fizzled out. Shot to the face. All right, Manland. Do your thing, baby. What are you up to? This is going to be 7 right here. Ooh, it's got vigilance too. That's fantastic. I can still use Soul Partition. He has no hope at this point. Urabrask Forge is going to come at him. And it's going to happen. Oh yeah, he's dead meat. You could kill it. I mean, that would be a thing you could do. And we win! Touchdown! Lava Bears! All right, we're playing against Darkshifty. That's better as far as the mana is concerned. And we'll get rid of the fat guy. All right, come at me, brah. All right, no double strike for you. All right, we got to climb up to 4 slowly. He does have the ability to potentially protect his guys. All right, deal your power. And we win. He probably ran out of guys. That's cool. All right, we were playing against Grissom. What do we got? 2s and 3s here. We're playing against Mono Red, probably. All right, how do we punish this guy, then? 2 is just this one. Means next turn, we got to try to Caffney scamp out of here. He's pumped. I mean, it's turn 2. What am I supposed to do? You gonna give it up, yo? All right, 2 mana. All we got with this is the ability to Soul Partition, which is great because he's just gonna go to Crazy Town and we'll just bounce it out of here. We just gotta wait till the last second to do something about it. There's 1. Keep it going. Throw them all out. I see a prairie dog. In your face. All right, there you go. Everything is lost. It's a horrible world. And that's your clutch card, so it'll make it that much harder to activate. All right, what do you do with 1 mana? Nothing. We'll play bongos on your cactus. All right, I'm going to Appraiser because that's what 1 does. Is he out of creatures? That's good. That's what happens with decks like this. They run out of creatures. We're out of mana, so we just got to kind of let him do whatever he wants. You can't even activate those, man. That's the problem. Unless you got a creature to pin them on. One, two, three. All right. Gotten down to lethal. Is you got a creature to put out? That's the question. The answer is no. And we win. Boros control, baby. Boros control. And we're playing against Tream. He's the Tream team. All right, that gives us ability to shoot something for 2. Like shooting things for 2. That's my favorite things to do. I was using that on a Menace deck. All right, there's 2. Hopefully I'll pick up a 3rd mana. That would be really important to a deck like this. Gone. Mana. There we go. What are we going to do? Let's look at his hand. Let's look at his hand. All right, Shrike. That guy's a jerkwad. Just pin it down where we can. You're not getting that thing out. Anything else we hate up there? Okay, so that thing can currently do 2 points of damage, so we're just going to let it go. Life gain is not cool. What do we got? We can Soul Partition that guy. All right, let's just chill then, is what we'll do. No, we got Soul Partition now. All right, dig yourself out of that, hippie. He likes that double strike. Let's just get a cat collector. Let's do that. He'll put out another one. I really don't care, man. I guess if you kill the right anointed priest, that would be bad. Which one did he just kill, by the way? Good. Do I have enough to take him down? Let's just try. No math. No math! Anybody here awesome? There we go. Apparently, I didn't need the math to win. Victory! I have been against Galadriel, as one is named. All right, stinky cat. Lay down. Smelly cat, smelly cat. What are they feeding you? Looks like a particular type of smelly uranium. Smelly cat, smelly cat. It's not your fault. What are we gonna do here? Control, 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 control. Do it. There we go. Got it. You gotta play your timings right on that kind of stuff. All right, 2. This guy's just paying mono red. We might have a good choice. We can stamp down its dudes. They're all going to be small. I should be able to kill it regardless with that thing. There we go. He doesn't have white. Red doesn't generally pump up toughness too much. I think I can get him at 3. Still gone, baby. That was a waste. And we win! Suck it, mono red! Suck it! Alright, we're playing against Shelby, GT350. Ooh, he didn't grab any red. That was a mistake. Oh, there we go. Ooh, I was sweating it there for a second. This guy is, if he's not putting out creatures, then why isn't he getting rid of my cards? Terrible cool. Let's put that guy out. We can still shoot stuff. You got creature kill, tithing blade. There we go. That'll keep that out of my hair for a second or two. Oh, what are we going to get rid of here? All right, come on. Urabrask's Forge. Urabrask's Forge. Come on. You can do it. He's got 2 turds in his hand. That doesn't matter, man. Really, I mean, Anointed Peacekeeper is by far worse. He finally got enough to take it out. Good for you. Are you just doing that for poetic justice? Is that the deal? Five. He does have the ability to put out the snake. That's not good. I think I should put out the Peacekeeper, but that didn't work out. Now I gotta trick him into blocking me. I can just do this. Let's see, what's the snake called again? Something wrong with the viper? Yeah, there we go. All right, so even if he does it for super cheap, he still has to pay at least, what, 3? Well, that didn't last long, did it? Okay, let's just go ahead and make this happen. The other line would just get killed by the turds in his hand. That's what would happen there. All right, he's down to 5. He's got enough. You should really start thinking that out. Oh, the problem is I'll just kill him next turn. I can say he needs to put out the Virtue of Persistence, but I'll just have him dead. And we win! Suck it, Suckerfish! Victory! Alright, here we are with OX Discovery. OX, I think it's just Ox Discovery, because there's Oxes in here, but you would never know it, because it just never happens. And it's an oddly effective deck. It is very effective. In fact, the only thing that I saw take this deck down was the Shuffler not giving me enough mana. It wouldn't give me more than 2. Yet this thing has 25 land in it. 25. So there is 0 reason for us not getting more than 2 mana, right? There's 0 reason for it. As long as you get 3 mana, this deck pretty much just rolls over people like nothing. The amount of good control in here is pretty fantastic. You just got to get yourself up to 3 so you can start putting down some threats. But the control ahead of time is pretty top-notch. You know, it's enough. Let's put it that way. It's enough to win games. You know, that's all there is to it. All right, so let's count this thing down. Who was the MVP? Who was the most valuable player? Let's take a look here. I kind of feel like sweet googly, man. I'm having a hard time with this. The people I'm hedging between are these two right here. Anointed Peacekeeper and Geological Appraiser. The reason why is, like I said, Geological Appraiser brings gifts. And you never, you know, he's going to bring you a Discover of 3, which is something over here to the right. And those are all great cards. They're great things to happen. So he comes out, he's bringing something with him, and that's fine. But then after that, he's just a 3-2 who can be killed by a turd, man. That's not the greatest thing in the world. Anointed Peacekeeper dodges it. Plus, he is like control. He's got vigilance. All right, I'm keeping it. I really don't like Anointed Peacekeeper. I'm somehow threatened by his hyper masculinity and the fact that he's wearing a dress at the same time. But if it wasn't for the art, yeah, this guy is pretty top notch. You get a 3/3 for 3, which is great. You get vigilance, which is great, and you can look at your opponent's hand, which is great, and you can pick, you know, anything you feel like and just say no. It's going to cost 2 more of anything. So basically, he's taxes there. I just wish he had different stupid art. I just don't like seeing Arnold Schwarzenegger in a white robe. I just find that disturbing. All right, but anyways, Anointed Peacekeeper, you're going to be today's MVP. Congratulations. You were just loaded up with value there. Strangely buff dude. All right. Let's see, was this deck competitive? I ended up with a 64% win rate. The thing is, I actually believe it deserves much more than that because I just, every single loss I had, which was 4 out of, what is that, 14? No, 4 out of, 14, was because of Mana Screw by the Shuffler. There's no reason for it. With 25 land, I should have been landing mana on the regular. In fact, probably too much. So therefore, I just don't count it. That was unfair on that part, but the deck it always does fantastic. So I'm going to say, yeah, it's a competitive deck. It is definitely competitive. Even at 64, that's competitive numbers. I think it deserved better than that. All right, so competitive deck, check. Number 2, was this deck fun? Yes. Why was it fun? The only thing that wasn't fun about it is if you look at the curve, there's a lot of 2s and there's a lot of 3s, but there's not a lot going on for 1. And so therefore, when it comes to being aggro, it's not. but it is, for being not aggro, it is strangely effective in the early game, and that's what matters, right? So I call this like Boros control, just because you got so much control early on, but you are definitely, like, the thing I kind of like is being a jerk and just say, put out a dude and you kill that dude. They put another dude, you kill that dude too. They put out a third dude, and you know what you do? You kill it. So I really like doing that. That is like super fun. So I'm going to say, yeah, this was a fun deck. It was control, which I'm not a big fan of, but yet for that sake, you could get, say, hasty guys, you know, brings gifts. This, I just didn't see. I didn't see it enough to know how good this was. I got one time. I think it got killed or the game was over, something like that. Quintus, not bad. It was just a question I have is, should I go for Discover straight off the bat and then start building dudes, or should I start building dudes? I don't know. It's kind of a weird situation. I never quite got the feel for how well to play Quintus. So, yeah, it was a funnish deck. It just didn't quite go to the aggro the way I wanted to, but for a control deck, it was terribly fun. All right, lastly, was this deck interesting? Yes, absolutely. Why was it interesting? I mean, it's got a bunch of weird cards in there. First, you think, well, it's a throwback deck. Throwback, right? You got Discover. So you're playing with Quintus. You're playing with Geological Appraiser. Anything else that's Discover? No, just those two dudes. But then you get to like Anointed Peacekeeper. You're like, man, is this even still in Standard? Is this still part of the meta? I mean, what? I don't even know what that is. Is that Dominaria? That's what that is. Dominaria United, I believe. I mean, that's hard to believe. I mean, but then again, Standard's like 3 years now. So yeah, I couldn't believe it when I saw it. Yeah, this guy was weird. I never seen him before ever in my life. Nobody ever plays it, and there's 3 of them in here. But the rest of the cards, yeah, it was an interesting balance. And you know what was super cool was just that the amount of control and how good they were at controlling all the stuff that was coming out. Yeah, top notch. Top freaking notch. All right, so yeah, I'm going to say this is an interesting deck. Totally cool. All right, so let's add that up. What do we got? We got, was this competitive? Yes. Was this deck fun? Believe it or not, it was. Was it interesting? Totes my goats. All right, so that makes this into an A+ deck. And as I'm required by federal law to say, this deck is so choice, I'd highly recommend you pick one up, should you have the means. That's all for now. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. From all of us here in the underground secret headquarters of Uncommonly Good MTG, have a great day. In the words of my people, be excellent to each other, and party on, dudes.